Welcome back to Steele and Vance and Linda. I'm really looking forward to breaking down this next segment because we love it when the cops get the bad guy.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen often enough, sadly. And there's been so much just senseless crime and vandalism and theft in the city of Vancouver, all over BC, frankly, in the last many years. But the last year and COVID's been tough. So here's some video. Let's roll this surveillance video that is coming from an art gallery on South Granville. Yeah. So you see the guy and he's sort of checking out through the window looking at these expensive sculptures.
Right.
And he decides he's going to come in. I don't know where the gallery owner is, but apparently there's nobody actually in this area.
He was talking to a customer.
Oh, okay.
He was distracted by, like, just, okay, someone's coming in, looking around.
So Mr. Thief comes in and thinks, okay, I'm going to just check and see if that's kind of bolted down. Oh, apparently it is not. So I am going to lift it up and I'm going to go out the door and tootle off with a something like $20,000 statue. That was the second time he has
in
done
so
it.
many days.
Right?
Okay.
So what happens now is the art gallery guy gets the surveillance video, calls the police right away. They actually show up and say, oh, we recognize this guy because he is a super prolific offender who has 115 previous criminal convictions.
This is ballpark what the hell is wrong with people right here.
It is,
if
right?
I may. Yeah.
So they know where he lives.
They know where
so
he lives.
they drive over. He's not home, so they kind of skulk around waiting for this guy to arrive home. About an hour later, he comes tootling up, carrying said stolen $20,000 statue. Caught. That would be the red-handed indeed. And then they go in his house and they find the other one that he has stolen from the same gallery.
The day before. The one he stole the day before.
So my question to Jody was, so that would be probably, it's a fairly safe bet that he's going to have 116 convictions.
Open and shut case, right?
Or maybe there's 2 cases, so that'd be 117 convictions. So is he going to get bail? I mean, this guy, this one person has cost the justice system and the police a ton of money. I was going to say something else and I did not.
Ooh, that would have been the first of 2023. My goal
I
is
restrained
always to
myself, but I mean,
swear.
come on. This is just ludicrous. And he didn't look to me, and he obviously has somewhere to live, that he is doing this because he's,
he can.
Right, he's doing it because he can get away with it.
I think, and I may be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, I think he will get bail. Because...
What?
I think he will. Because what we have learned, nothing about that crime is a threat to the wellness of people. He's not a violent, right? Because that's the same as the guy that's smashing the windows. We've talked about every show since we started this show back on September 8th. It's 2023, and we keep talking about the same guy smashing windows over and over and over again. They keep letting him out because he's not a danger.
Okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, if this guy who has cost the justice system and the police a ton of money, I don't know what his other 115 convictions were for, probably theft and things that you might consider to be petty, but that's not a petty crime for the art gallery owner who had $40,000 worth of art stolen. I would like to see this guy who clearly can't keep his hands off other people's property then go to jail for as long as it takes to make you wake up that you're acting like a you know what.
Meaningful consequences would be ideal here. I agree with you, Linda.
Yeah.
I really do. I'd like to see some consequences for the 911 calls that have been released. The stupidest.
Have you ever called 911?
I have.
Have you?
Actually,
for what?
I have. I was right outside the TD Tower at Howe and Georgia. I was coming out of a shift filling in for you, as a matter of fact.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. But it was dark, and it was a rainy November night, and a woman was crossing the street with her headphones in. You know that turning light when you're headed eastbound on Georgia Street to go up Howe? And somebody just tried to scoot around that arrow. One extra car tried to go through, hit her. Like, she flew, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh,
and I was like,
jeez. And you called 911?
I called 911. I learned a lesson. Be prepared. Be prepared. If you call 911, you have to stay and do and communicate and be engaged.
Well, somebody has to.
But it was.
I know. It takes time consuming.
Terrifying though.
Yeah.
But it's like you feel the responsibility of making that call, but always also make sure you are close enough to what is happening to be able to report back really quickly as well. Because going to the front desk of somewhere and reporting on something happened over there is almost next to impossible.
Okay.
911 is for emergency.
That's what I was going to say. You get the gold stars. So these are the things you do not call 911 for. And Ecom just released its top 10 list of nuisance calls, and they're so ludicrous.
I got one.
Okay.
Nozzle's not working at the gas station.
How is that a 911 call?
It's not.
Well, why don't you walk to the gas, ding, 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 ding on the door? That thingy's not working.
Police, fire,
You call 911? Okay, here's another one. Someone wasn't picking up after their dog. Right? Oh, excuse me, there is some dog poop on the sidewalk and I'm going to call 911 and take up resources when someone potentially is desperately in need of police or ambulance or fire or whatever. You're going to pick it up because somebody's dog crapped on the sidewalk
I got
and
one
they didn't
for
pick
you.
it up?
I got one for you.
What?
This one, people were playing basketball on a public court at
Oh,
night.
that's outrageous. It's a noise complaint as well. Here's one. Complaining about children drawing with chalk at a playground. That's worthy of calling 911.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Well,
that is so. Give us another
that's
one.
what they
Give me
said.
another
They're
one.
stupid.
Give me another one.
Someone called 911 because they had a broken window wiper. Here's one more. Their phone was stuck in a bench.
Okay. That got Handsome Brad. You got the giggles. Handsome Brad's got.
Just remember that when you're calling 911 for an idiotic thing.
Looking for an update on the nationwide telecom outage, that is not a 911 call, people. You need to be in dire need of response, emergency response. These are such a waste of time. I think normal people know this. Okay,
we're
just
speaking
putting it out there.
to that little tiny fringe of people who don't think before they call 911. All right, coming up next on Steel and Vance, are you paying too much for your smartphone or your internet?
I am.
We all are. We're actually at a turning point in the Canadian telecom industry. A massive merger between telecom giants Shaw and Rogers seems poised to go ahead, but what does it mean for consumers?